You are a second son. Nobody has said it out loud, but the castle has already decided what you are for. Your brother gets the lands, the sword, and the name. You get a horse, a letter, and a long road south to a city that will take everything else. By the end of it, you will wear a chain around your neck for the rest of your life, and you will have asked for it. This is what it is to be a Maester in Westeros. Not a knight, not a lord, not a septon. The man in the corner of every great hall that nobody looks at until something is broken, bleeding, or on fire. You keep the ravens, set the bones, count the grain, teach the children, and know things in a world that has decided knowing things is slightly suspicious. By the end of this, you will understand the trade you made, what you gave up, who you now belong to, and why the smartest men in the realm are kept on a chain. Start at the beginning. The Citadel in Old Town. It is the closest thing this world has to a university, which is to say it is a cold stone warren full of exhausted men who have not slept properly in years. You arrive as an acolyte, and you are given a task that will define the next decade of your life. You must forge a chain, not buy it, earn it. Every link is a different metal, and every metal is a subject you have to master before an archmaster will let you weld it on. Silver for healing, iron for warcraft, gold for coin and accounts, bronze for astronomy, yellow gold for the study of law. Each link is an exam you cannot bribe your way through, given by an old man who has forgotten more than you will ever learn and is not impressed by you. Some acolytes take 5 years, some take 15, some never finish, and quietly become something else and are not spoken of. And there is one more link, the rarest of all, Valyrian steel for the higher mysteries, magic. Only one Maester in 100 ever forges it, and the Citadel would very much prefer you did not try. The chain sits heavy on your neck on purpose. It is meant to remind you that a Maester serves, that the realm is not lords and knights alone, but farmers and smiths and shepherds too. Many metals, one chain. It is a genuinely beautiful idea. It is also a leash, and you will not notice that part for years. Now the vows, because there are vows, and they are not small. You will father no children. You will hold no lands. You will wear no crown and win no glory. You give up your house, your name, and any future that includes a family of your own. From this day, you are not a Lannister or a Tyrell or a Stark. You are just Maester, and your old name is set aside like a coat you have outgrown. There is no leaving either. A Maester does not retire, does not resign, does not go home. The chain goes on once and comes off when you die. In exchange, you get knowledge and a place. You will be sent to a castle, assigned to a lord, and you will serve that lord and his heirs until one of you dies. You do not choose the castle. You do not choose the lord. He might be wise. He might be a monster. Your chain does not come with the right to refuse. Consider Maester Cressen, who raised Stannis Baratheon from a boy, loved him like a son, and served him for 50 years. At the end of it, Cressen watched a foreign priestess take Stannis' ear and decided the only thing left he could do for the boy he raised was poison her at dinner. He drank from the poisoned cup himself to prove it was safe. She was unharmed. He died on the floor of the hall he had served his whole life, and Stannis barely looked up. That is the Maester's reward, in its purest form. You will give a family everything, and you will not even be the most important person in the room when you die. Here is the daily reality between the grand ideas. You are the doctor with no medicine that reliably works, You will deliver babies, and you will bury a great many of them, and their mothers. And there will be nothing in any book at the Citadel that could have saved them. You are the postal service, which means you keep the ravens, which means you personally read most of the letters that decide who lives and who dies, and you are trusted to keep your mouth shut. You are the accountant who knows exactly how much your lord owes and to whom, which is a dangerous thing to know. You are the tutor, the astronomer who tells the lord when winter is coming, and the only man for 100 miles who can read. When the lord rides to war, you stay. When the castle falls, you are supposed to serve whoever holds it next, because a maester belongs to the castle, not the family, and the new lord will need his grain counted too. All of this makes you essential. None of it makes you safe, because a man who knows everything about a household is a man that household cannot ever fully trust. Consider Grand Maester Pycelle, who served at the very top, advisor to kings in the Red Keep. Pycelle survived 4 kings not by being loyal, but by being useful to whoever was winning and quietly betraying the ones who weren't. He lived a long time doing this. He was eventually knifed by children in his own chambers, an old man in his nightshirt, still protesting that he had always served the realm. Both of these men wore the same chain. It did not protect either of them. And then there is the thing the Citadel does not put in the recruitment speech. Maesters do not like magic. They study the world as a set of rules with no room for the impossible, and for centuries, the impossible has been losing. The dragons died out. The others became a story to frighten children. Magic drained out of the world, and the men in gray chains were there for all of it, quietly pleased. There are those who whisper that this was not an accident, that the order that raises every lord's child, keeps every lord's records, and advises every lord's council might have decided, somewhere in its long cold history, that a world without dragons is a world that answers to knowledge instead of fire. Nobody can prove it. That is rather the point of a good maester. Consider Maester Aemon, born Aemon Targaryen, who could have been king. He gave up the throne, gave up his name, forged his chain, and went to the coldest edge of the world to serve. He lived over 100 years, went blind, and was proven right about everything, at the exact moment he was too old and too far away to do anything about it. He spent his last breath begging someone to warn the world that the dragons had come back. The order he served had spent centuries making sure nobody would believe it. So how does it end for you? Quietly. Almost certainly in the castle you were sent to as a young man, an old man now in a small stone room full of books, having outlived at least one lord and probably his heir. You will not be buried with honors. You will be replaced within the month, because the raven that carries the request for a new maester is one you trained. The realm will not pause. But here is the part the chain never tells you, and the part that makes the whole strange bargain almost worth it. You will be the only person in that castle who ever truly understood how it worked. Every lord who shouted orders across that hall is dust, and the thing that actually held the place together was the quiet man in the corner, counting the grain, watching the sky, keeping the words. Next time, the faith of the Seven, and what happens to a religion that owns an army.